Game theory when Game Fact walks in. Burr, 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 burr. No, get out of here. I could throw down with Game Fact.
Could you?
Yeah. I'm small but I'm feisty.
I'm small, but I'm feisty.
Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live for today. Obviously, I am not on the couch. I interrupt today's normally scheduled meme review for a special announcement. Here, come along with me. We'll get to the memes in a second here, but before we do, I am joining you live here on the ground in London. And not just anywhere in London, I am here in London's historic West End, which is home to all the best theater of the world. Really, it is. There are so many shows happening here. All of them are like top caliber. It's incredible. But the reason I'm specifically here today is for this right behind me, or off to the side, or we're just point at various branding materials around here. Because right now we're getting ready for the European premiere of Your Lie in April, which is a show that, believe it or not, I'm actually helping to co-produce. Now, you guys might be familiar with the work that I did on Broadway last year with Grey House, which was this like dark mystery series, horror onstage show. This is certainly not that. This is musical theater at its finest. It's an onstage adaptation of this beautiful manga and anime series called Your Lie in April, kind of makes sense. And it's all about love, it's about loss, it's about music and the power of all those things combined, which, you know, is basically peak musical theater subject matter right there. And like I said, in case you don't believe me, I am in fact producing. Around here, there is there's a thing with my name on it that I'm going to show you. I'm very excited about it. It is, drumroll, right there. There it is. MatPat, Stephanie Patrick. That's me! This is my retired life, guys. In a world where I'm trying to, you know, bring cool stories to life, I'm doing that on YouTube, and now I get to do it on stage, which is unbelievable. And we have an amazing cast lined up for this show. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you happen to be in London, come on out, hang out with us. I'm actually doing some live Q&A talkbacks after the shows on July 9th and July 10th. So if you want to talk musical theater with me, if you just want to say hi after the show, tickets go on sale. Well, they're on sale right now in the description right below this video. There's a code, MatPat10, if you want to save $10. Or I guess 10 pounds since we're in London. So anyway, I need to hop into the theater right now. I need to give you back to our usually scheduled meme review, but hey, hopefully I get a chance to see you guys here in London's West End, the Harold Pinter Theater on July 9th and July 10th, and after the show, maybe we'll say hi. So I'll see you later. But before we get to the memes, Ash has something very special to share with the class.
Hey,
Ash,
class.
would you like to share with the class what you have presented?
Yes, Mr. Patrick. So, today I have here a video I found on Twitter last night.
Ooh, all the best videos come from Twitter.
Oh, indeed. So
I say on YouTube.com.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but on the recent Nintendo Direct, we got the announcement for the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection.
Man, already the pace and energy in your voice has increased tenfold. The second you said Ace Attorney, you went from, hey, I'm Ash and I'm doing my behind the camera thing to, oh my gosh, I'm talking about Ace Attorney now. Like that energy shift was the embodiment of squee. Is it squee? Squee! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, actually.
Wait, you are? Get out of here.
I know, right?
That series of characters that you dress as for Halloween? Mm-hmm. Get out of here.
There's been a lot of memes about Ace Attorney on the timeline recently, and this came up for me after a tweet that said, I've never met a sane Ace Attorney fan. This was next on the docket, and I wanted to show Kai, our social media manager, because I thought it was so funny. And Matt came into the room, and I thought, you know what? I want to show this to y'all as well.
All right, well, here it is. This is Edgeworth runs a dog race?
Yes.
Is this what we're watching right now?
Correct.
Excellent. I'll make it full screen. Here we go.
Gabby just can't wait to go.
Look at him die! Oh no! She's just... Oh my gosh, the sound actually crescendos as it goes around.
It's just a waiting animation. He does like barrel rolls. It's incredible.
Oh man, this way, little Miles. This way, little Miles. This way. Oh wow, look at that dive bomb. Oh, that one he did like a pike
real
jump.
Fast.
Yeah. Oh, let him go through. This is incredible. Oh, look at him go! Back and forth, back and forth. Oh wow. Wow.
I was croaking at this thing last night. It was so bad.
That was so much funnier than I expected it to be.
Right? I won the editing talent. Top notch.
Right? Editing. That is a hard video to put together, actually. Because you have presumably rotoscoped out the dog the entire way.
Yes.
Which is intense. But then also to do the actual animations of Edge. Oh, that's so funny. What is it about Ace Attorney fans that make them such a special breed?
Right.
Literally, as we talk about dog show, a special breed of fandom.
I don't know what it is. It's like, I think just the nature of the characters all having these punny names and it being a little goofy and self-aware, but also having like a surprisingly deep story to it.
Right. It threads a very interesting needle.
It does.
Where it's like very campy, very over the top, but also you're dealing with like crime and murder and puzzle solving and stuff. So there's a lot of like grounded logic and grounded reasoning in it in this series that's like so over the top and dramatic.
Yeah.
Really fascinating. What do we got in store today?
So we've got a little bit of an assortment of memes. Thank you all so much for posting for the previous 2 Meme Mondays. So I think I've got a decent blend of items for you to look at. Yeah, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we?
Oh, memory lane. Is there a theme here? Okay, Game Theorists.
Yeah, this is just the main page, so I know you like to go back here and look
I do
at
like to
things.
come back here. So this is just this was posted 28 days ago. Weird. Timeline isn't timelining right now.
Oh, it's sorted by top this month.
I get it. Top of the month. There it is. That makes more sense. There we go.
Yes.
Why does MatPat suddenly sound British, have a deep voice, have a beard again, and a girl? Yeah, those are all my personnel. See, that is Lee's hoodie. Right there.
That is Lee's hoodie.
That is Lee's hoodie. Sorry.
Here, let me get it.
Thank you. I was about to disconnect myself from the microphone. Thank you.
got
You know where I'm headed with this. So we film up in the attic, right? The Fnatic in a lot of ways. It is literally right above where Steph and I sleep, but our house is weird where we have the upstairs production space and the downstairs like office-y space, right? And up here, there's a bunch of lights and cameras and TV screens and computers and this and that because this is where we film. Green screen stuff, take merch photos, all this. And as a result, there's a lot of product up here, things that we've made, like from the Lumen collection, from the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff that we did. Like there's just this stockpile of the things that we've created. And there is one chair in the back that has had the same like 3 to 5 items on it for months now.
Yeah.
And every time I pass it, and it's just all piled up in there, I'm like, oh, that's Lee's chair. That's Lee's chair. and it never moves and nothing is ever taken from it. But I'm like, oh, that's Lee's chair. Apparently, today you confronted Lee with Lee's chair.
Yes.
And Lee was not aware that he had a chair.
No, unaware of the chair.
Unaware chair, Lee.
Lee. Unaware Lee of the chair.
Yeah. So, but he denied that was actually his chair, correct?
Correct.
He denied that was his chair. And yet, there is this hoodie that has existed on said chair for months now. Did he not recognize his own hoodie?
I guess not. I mean, he has another one that has a very similar pattern on it.
Right, but here is the photographic evidence. Look, here it is.
Yeah, here. Let me actually fade transition so you guys can get a better image of this.
There, look at that.
As well. Boom.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean...
Evidence is there, guys.
Yeah, there's even the tag. You have a tag on the hoodie in the same exact location as
Boom.
As Lee.
Objection!
Take that.
Take that!
Perfect.
Guilty! Lee's chair.
All right, now I have to readjust this back.
I was going to say, good luck.
Oh,
just
God.
resizing everything. Oh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Well, here's the thing. I'm doing it in preview and not program,
I know,
so they
but
don't have to witness
They don't
this.
have to wait. You don't have to witness the awful recropping that I'm watching happen right now.
That was
that's disgusting.
Oh my God.
Anyway, as always, friends, I'd also come back here and scroll through later. But as always, friends, we have a ton of subreddits, and they are very active, all of them. Game Theorists is the main one, which kind of houses everything. But if you do want the more specific ones, please do. We've got Game Theorists, Food Theorists, GT Live, Game Theory Memes, Style Theorists, Film Theorists. Like, we got All the theorists. Apparently, there's even game theorists. What's that, Ash?
Oh, yeah. So for Pride Month, some theorists decided to create game theorists.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, look, we got ones that I didn't even know existed until literally sitting down on the couch.
Innovation that excites.
Awesome. All right, so let's hop through. Quaking in his theoretical boots. This is from Ivysaur 2VI. But hey, game theory when game fact walks in. Burr, 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 burr. No, get out of here. I could throw down with game fact.
Could you?
Yeah. I'm small but I'm feisty.
I'm small, but I'm feisty.
Thank you. Thank you. What is that? Alanis Morissette?
It is.
Thank you. Thank you, Alanis Morissette.
I don't have that like certain like squeak or that vocal flip.
It's got to be further in the back of your throat too.
I'm small, but I'm feisty.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, got mixing a little Canada in there.
A little bit of Canadian.
Yeah, a little bit. Next, caption this. I lived this. I don't need to caption this. Abellius Augustus. I lived this. Do you have a caption for this, Ash?
Do I have a caption for it? Well, I can make one right now.
Please.
So you is me, and then Stephanie is
you is me. Okay.
So you labeled me. Stephanie, my wife jump scaring me, I think is one.
Yeah, I mean that is a very literal interpretation of this meme.
Yeah, so I think it's very apt.
Here's mine. I am Ash.
Whoa. Okay.
That's you.
I'm in.
Ash. This is Nintendo Direct.
Miles Edgeworth.
Miles Edgeworth
Yeah.
HD remaster re-release. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. I wasn't there the minute that they dropped that, but I'm assuming your face looked like this.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what happened.
Like that.
I was pogging pretty hard.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Nintendo Direct's just like, hey, here's a cool, fun new game.
Yeah.
And you are literally losing your mind.
I was hopping all over the couch.
All over that couch.
Lee was like, what are you doing? It was a wild thing.
It's what a wild ride.
A wild time.
Indeed. What have people captioned this as? Matt's first day of retirement, and Ollie wants to play FNAF. That was not as energetic. I mean, this is Ollie. I could see that. Like, hey, Dad, let's play FNAF. But mine was not as vehement. It was just like,
Sad.
Okay, here we go.
It was more like when Game Fact walks in and you turn around and Ollie's holding like FNAF books.
Yeah, right there it is. That's what it is. Spider exists me. That's Spider me. I've gotten much calmer with spiders over the years. I say, don't surprise me with a spider though. I solved the crying child's name. Classic. I didn't. That was dual process theory. When you're just chilling in public and your friend just teleports right next to you. You know, that very common occurrence. That is very relatable. Matt, when the FNAF floor gets cleared up 30 seconds after his retirement. That's accurate. That would be true. I would have that reaction. Like, come on! There it is. But yeah, I like mine. Ash, Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Coming at you.
Matt, Steph.
It's accurate. Steph all the time. Look at that joy. The joy and pleasure in her face.
She was so hyped to freak you out. We had been plotting that for a week.
She's always very hyped to freak me out.
Yeah.
That's just a general truism of Steph.
Freak out.
Freak out. Ooh, I like this one. I have a knife. Yeah.
Whoa. Immediate.
I like you. Here are some memes for a rainy day. Me when I murder 5 kids. Oh, great. Me when I murder 5 kids and stuff them into animatronic suits. Yep. Very, very calm.
Right?
Whereas this is me on like intense day.
Right.
This is, this knife is my happy place.
This is a spectrum of Matthews.
Yes. Right? You're seeing the full rainbow of Matt right here.
Truly.
Exactly.
You've heard of a political compass.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you on the Matt compass?
Ooh, that's deep.
Right?
Where are you on the Matt compass?
So
right
I
now,
think
Ash?
we're going to see some other rare Matthews that we can use to fill out the other 2 quadrants in our compass.
Okay.
But I think that this is like quadrant 1.
Okay, so by the end, we'll see all the Matt.
Yes.
The scale of Matts.
And then we could plot out our Matt quadrants.
Okay, we'll do an XY analysis.
Yeah.
Cool. The fruit flies will not defeat me this time. Just waving around at the fruit flies. Oh, man. Arming myself so I can protect myself against the purple elephants that are trying to eat my nuts. Don't let them eat your nuts, man. I hate when purple elephants are trying to eat my nuts. The worst. when someone disses my love for Diet Coke. Oh yeah, that's the most accurate of these, I think, at this point right now.
Right.
It's like, oh, the face is, I patiently acknowledge what you're saying, and I'm going to be polite about it, but the knife is like, oh no, this is coming for you.
Yeah.
There, and I will enjoy every second of it. Me trying to complete a pacifist run, but violence is looking mighty fine. It's just the thought process going through the head in that moment. I could use this knife. It's all right. And then there it is. Just me.
I have to say,
Yes.
when I first pulled this up, I felt my heart freeze in my chest. Because there is a boom mic that is very, very visible.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Right?
Why is that?
I deduced that this is a social post.
Okay.
And this was taken on a phone.
I like
outside of
that
equipment.
we're still in the evidence. You're still in Miles Edgeworth land.
Oh, I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
I am prosecuting right now.
You're like, okay, this is not one of my shots because there is a boom in the mic, but where would this shot have come from?
Exactly. So I have to deduce that it's from social media.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot better about it. I feel like you would have seen me on the floor if I found out that was what the shot was.
This is okay. So what you're saying is that this is you, boom mic in shot.
Boom mic in shot.
Boom mic in shot. Ah!
Correct.
That's it. And then you pass out and die on the floor.
Yeah, me, and then this meme.
Great. Love it. Next up. Yes, I am Yasman. Yes, I am Yasman. Guys, I think they added him to real life. Uh-oh.
Have you seen this?
I have not seen this. Wow. Wait,
This is a guy in Fortnite.
are you kidding me right now?
No.
They added me in Fortnite without telling me?
MatPat in Fortnite.
That's pretty close.
Right?
I see that as pretty close.
I mean, the face shape even.
The face shape, the hair, they got the hair swoop,
Even like the arch of the eyebrows.
right? The red jacket.
Yeah. Elephant in the room. But yeah.
That's, oh man. I didn't even get to do like a whole video about like they added me to Fortnite.
I mean, here's the thing, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you want to play Fortnite? On the GT Live?
No.
No. I mean, did I ever tell you about MatPat Very Real?
No.
Oh my, can I?
Yes.
Okay.
Please tell me.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
So there was
Here's the reason. I will play Fortnite on GT Live, knowing full well that I have never played Fortnite.
MatPat, you're undefeated in Fortnite.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I've never played.
Well,
Makes it very easy to be undefeated when you never play.
no, your account is undefeated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Please tell me.
once upon a time, more and more indie horror games were getting put into Fortnite, right?
Yes.
Because Fortnite uses Unreal, I believe.
Sure,
And
yeah.
they opened it up so that more people can like to build their own stages. It was really exciting for people. So we were getting some pretty scary, spooky stuff. And I was like, well, I should keep an eye on this and make Matt a Fortnite account in case something big comes up and we need Matt to play Fortnite on stream. So I make an account one night because I want to test these games out, see if it's like worth going for. I make an account. MatPat is taken. MatPat GT is taken. MatPat 13 is taken.
Of course.
I land on MatPat Very Real.
Nice.
And I grab that. And I realize I've never played a battle royale before.
Yeah.
I hop into a battle royale. There's 100 people.
Sure.
Sam is by my side and he's like telling me what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Immediately I do a headshot and kill someone.
Wow. Whoa.
And
MatPat Very Real.
MatPat Very Real. And I'm running around. And then it's me and one other guy. 98 others are dead.
Sure.
I'm running behind different barriers. I kill him and I win.
Unreal. Well done.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Thanks so much. I got like a little parasol or something. Like you win something for winning a battle royale.
They're like, I don't know what I got.
I don't know what I got, but yeah. So MatPat Very Real is undefeated in battle royale.
Wow. So you started your Fortnite career and ended your like one win, and you're like, okay, I'm going out on top.
Yeah, my victory rate is 100%.
So your victory rate's 100%, and my victory rate by proxy then is 100%.
100%.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There it is.
But
Nice.
Now we know who you should play as MatPat Very Real.
I was gonna say this is very obviously what I should do.
It's very real.
It is very real. MatPat is very real here. They definitely took my likeness and are not paying residuals.
Right?
That is fun.
It's awesome. I love it.
That's so funny. I had no idea. So to be fair, I like experiencing game. Like here, I know for a fact that Fortnite will not be the type of game that I like because it is. I have a hard time with multiplayer games. You guys know this about me. Like I have not hidden this from you as an audience. Is I struggle with online multiplayer games or games where I have to interact with other people. I like single player experiences that exist in my own little world. The most that I'll be like, okay, we can do online stuff with is like in Dark Souls, where people will leave little blood stains behind and give you notes. And even that might be a little bit too far. I'm not very social in games. That's just how I'm not used to that, right? I didn't grow up with that. And so that's a big thing. And then also, I like games where I'm able to really like progress and grow and not do the same gameplay loop over and over again. Like the closest I get to that are like some of the roguelikes, like Binding of Isaac or Hades. But even those, you're working towards like an end goal. Like there's an end story, there's an end boss, there's something there. Whereas with Fortnite, it's like you're always just, are you the last man standing, right? Yeah. And so that's fun for like, you know, a small handful of times for me, but I get bored really quickly with that sort of stuff. I know that I should play it for my own. I like doing things for my own cultural edification, so I can comment about it, I can have the experience, I can talk knowledgeably about it. And I've done a lot of research on Fortnite, and I've watched a lot of Fortnites. I've never actually physically like sat down and played through a match or two though. So
wow. Well, do I have the account for you?
I don't want to ruin its score though.
We can make MatPat very real too.
Okay, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to taint.
Right.
I don't want to taint the perfect score there.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I am glad to be aware that I exist in this game. They probably knew. Oh, Abelius Augustus again, the hand gesture. Me knowing that the hand gestures are wrong. Yes. Yep. You are not right. You are absolutely
You are
right.
not right.
Yeah, no, you are not wrong to call this one out, because this is me knowing that the hand gesture is wrong. Yeah, notice the original and notice what everyone else does, which is what you probably should do. Yeah, this is weird. You know, this whole thing.
It was a choice that you made.
It's a weird one.
It's a crazy Mandela effect.
It is. Well, it's just a weird way of holding my face. Like it was, I don't know why in that original photo I went with this. It's a very odd, you know, because I think it wasn't meant to be a thinking pose. This I think was meant to be a like almost like cutie, like kawaii kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think over the years people have assumed that it's meant to be like a thinking pose, myself included, right? And I think in reality it should be, right? But here it's more because you'll also notice that the eyebrow isn't raised. Like if you're doing this and you'll like in general you have that inquisitive eye, like I'm raising the eyebrow, but it's not that either. My expression is unbelievably neutral.
Yeah, but that's actually the preference when it comes to the editors, because they're so expressive with the way that they animate your face and put on the little eyes. So having that full neutral face, and I think not obscuring the mouth or the chin, was great when working with that asset. Right?
No, that's the thing. And as the creative directors have kind of like stepped up and done their version of the photos, which, let me be clear, I encourage them to not use the thinking photos.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was mine. I'm like, hey, if I were you guys, because they did a big photo shoot and they all did thinking poses and they all ended up going with the thinking pose. But I'm like, I actually liked a lot. They all had ones that were adjacent or like said, I'm thinking, but without the actual like, I'm doing this thing. Like Tom had like a cup of tea that was like kind of like inquisitive with his like cup of tea. Lee had one where he was like adjusting his glasses and was kind of like doing like I'm adjusting my glasses thing now. I forget what Santi's was. And then Amy just had she had like a cool like kind of sitting down kind of pose or like hands on the chin kind of pose, which I liked. And again, gave the same vibes, but wasn't as exact as like, oh, I'm doing the pose, right? So let me know. There are other ones that exist out there that I think are actually better than the ones that they went with, but they all, selected them and went with that. And hey, I'm here to advise and to mentor and to, give thoughts and advice, but I'm a viewer at this point.
Right. And it's also, there's not a small chance that these will not get refreshed with each passing year. Because we have a lot of photos, and I think at least in private, there's been an expression of, I'd like to update my photo a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there could be new poses coming down the pipeline in maybe like a year or two. Who's to say?
Snoo and I. Let's see.
Snoo.
Yeah, Snoo and I. Personally, I think the new JPEGs look weird, not weird and kind of forced, but I do think it would be more natural if they were in a pose that was unique to them. I agree. That was actually one of the reasons why I'm like, hey, I like these other ones. One, because I thought that they just looked different and more natural. But then two, I didn't want people to compare or come up with that conclusion of, oh, they're trying to mimic what he was doing, which I don't think was their intent in a lot of ways. But yeah. Anyway,
If you had to do a thinky pose that wasn't your classic thinky pose, what would it be?
I mean, I still go to like the hand on the chin kind of thing. I think more so than thinky pose. I like that. Like, aha.
Yeah, I think
I like more. I've been thinking for the last 13 years. It's finally time that I get an idea.
Aha! Eureka!
I go, oh, yeah.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
I finally came up with an original thought. Go figure.
Woo!
Did it. A silly little painting from Consume Cabbage. That'll make you gassy, but that's fine. I made this back in March as a tribute to the one and only. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Silly little painting. So, thank you, first off, for sending this in. This is awesome. I love the fact that this exists, because maybe what we can do is we're actually winding up our time here in this studio right now. I say studio, right here in my attic right now. This isn't our last one, but we're getting close to kind of like the final episodes that we're filming here in this space. And towards the middle end of July, we're actually going to be starting in our new space, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's strange because we haven't even been in this space for a year.
No.
So it's a lot of transition really quickly, but I'm excited to have a new space and, rework the background. We were going to fill up that gap, and then we were like, oh, we're moving soon.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, no need to actually fill up the gap. But yeah, it's one of those things where, we were down in the basement, but then down in the basement, they needed more space because a lot of people got hired. It's funny, as I step back and as Steph also kind of steps back too, like there's other people that have to get like hired in to fill in, and we try to make it more sustainable for people. So more people doing fewer jobs in a lot of ways. So that way the work is more sustainable. You are able to just kind of like have people work normal hours and things like that, and not have to really kill themselves. And so it's one of those things where that space downstairs got filled up. We moved up here because we're like, oh, we could just move all production up here. But now with like Tom coming to town, Lee's here now, it's gotten even bigger. And it's time for the production to leave my house.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. It'd be nice to get like my house back in a lot of ways.
I think it'll be a really great step for you and Steph. I'm very excited for y'all.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, man. Like having that work-life balance and that delineation between this is a workspace and this is a living space is huge.
It did get a little, I will say it did get a little, I like having the production space up here. I like having the recording space up here. I like everything about this. It did get a little bit weird though when we were sandwiched.
Yeah.
It was one thing so again, from the layout of our house, it was one thing when everyone was downstairs and we had the top floors just as our private space and people weren't coming up and down. But all of a sudden, when we're sandwiched and the top floor and the bottom floor are pretty heavy use work areas, very heavy use work areas, and we're, our bedroom and our bathroom and Ollie's room and stuff are sandwiched in the middle right next to where you're getting up and down, that made it hard.
Yeah, it's also awkward from an employee perspective to be like, I'm sorry, I'm in your personal space, I'm sorry, and you're just like running up and down a bunch of stairs. So also, the past weekend, I left my backpack in the basement, and I had my wallet in there, so obviously I really needed to get it so I could do tasks, and I had to text and be like, hey guys, can I break into your house? I'm sorry.
But the thing is, you don't have to do that. Like, I appreciate that you did that, but also so you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but like, it's your place, right? I don't want to show up uninvited. That just feels rude, you know?
It's fine. Like, the thing is, we've done it for so long. And again, hi, welcome to GT Live Meme Review, where Ash and I talk about like workplace things that are going to be no longer relevant in like a month.
Yeah.
But no, like Steph and I have lived with it for so long that we're used to it in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I appreciate you reaching out. That's great, but you don't have to.
Okay. Like just because you're used to it doesn't make it acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel comfortable doing it, but y'all are also out of the house at that time, so I just like ran in and out. But one of those things again where it's like you have a spot where you live.
Sure.
We have a spot where we work, and then if we want to have like a movie night, another Bluey night, musical marathon, Ace Attorney, Death Note. Then we can go to your house.
Yeah.
Right? But, I think I'm excited for the separation of work Ash, work Matt, but also like more friend Ash, friend Matt.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Right?
The idea of having a house where other people don't come in regularly is crazy to me.
It
is a very strange mind. Like
I'm sure.
I have not had that for so long. It is a weird idea to wrap my head around.
Are you excited for it though?
I think so. I think I'm going to get lonely.
Yeah?
For a little bit, yeah. If I'm being 100% honest, I think the house will feel empty. And we won't know what to do with it for a little bit. I think, and it'll take time for us to kind of readjust, right? Because also, like, there's certain things that you don't do in your house because you are ready for someone to pop into your house at any given point in time.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be also, you'll have more security in that too.
It'll take time, but we'll get there.
Empty nester syndrome.
No, this is the year of MatPat Empty Nest, where it's like, the creative directors go off to college, the channels go off to college, right? And they're like, okay, good luck, guys. I'm here. Call home if you need. I'm here. You want me to like talk to you about a script or whatever? Bye, guys. Have fun. Or same thing here, where it's like, oh, GT Live, yeah. I mean, I'm still here, but like if it's a business, bye. Good luck, guys. We're here. Wherever you want to help.
Yeah, you can call me on your way to class.
Yeah. Okay. We'll call you on weekends, and you'll probably be heading off to the party or whatever. But anyway, going all the way back, full circle. Consume cabbage. We can print this out or do something with it.
Yeah, so put it on the new wall.
Put it on the new wall, which would be great. Or in the office, just around the office, which would be nice.
That would also be cool.
Right?
I'm excited to get new frames for the back too.
That'd be great.
Our red one kind of got a little busted. And I just want more fan art on the wall. I want to bring back Fart Wall.
BUSTED, you are busted.
Busted.
I don't want to put the hurt on you. Sorry, Phineas and Ferb. It's summer, You gotta listen to Phineas and Ferb in the summer. Gotta love MatPat. Do Squirrel 1649. Can we talk about something real quick? YouTube videos are either movie length or a few minutes. I'm not particularly happy. Oh no, I just don't have the time for it anymore. That is such a huge commitment. Proceeds to make a movie length YouTube video. 1 hour 14 minutes. In my defense. I'm not going back and rewatching my video. Actually, that is mostly true. I actually do come back and listen to a lot of times the witty banter or like the first 15 minutes of the, especially if I'm driving around and I just want something to listen to. Yes, I do listen to our own performances, our own videos.
Oh man.
Sometimes.
In the car ride, you know, I'm guilty of that too.
Right? Just to check in how we're doing.
Yeah, it's like,
was I funny? Was that interesting?
Right, is that as funny now as it was in the moment?
Right. Does this read? But yeah, totally heard. This is probably the reason why I don't have time for it. It's such a huge document, 1 hour and 14 minutes. At least it's not a 4-hour long video or 6-hour long video.
I mean, we could.
What
If we did that?
A 6-hour long video?
Yeah, 6-hour long GT Live.
What would it be about?
Ooh.
What would we do?
I mean, what if we had a short game? The playtime is 2 hours. And then we finish the game in the 6 hours.
I was going to say, if it's 2 hours, that's a 6-part series.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So, but 6 hours is approximately.
That's true.
Right?
Okay. Maybe one day.
Wow.
Marathon GT Live.
That's wild. I'm kind of into it.
Maybe we could talk about the Galactic Star Cruiser for 6 hours.
An additional 2 hours from the original.
Yeah, or it's our reaction video too. It's like Red Letter Media back when they did like the prequels, and the prequels are like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then their video essays are just like 4, 7, 10.
Oh my gosh, our reaction to a 4-hour video. It's just a 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, going. It's still going to this very day. Heat Death of the Universe.
They're still talking about it.
This is from the Bossy Elephant. MatPat was mentioned on Jeopardy by a contestant who apparently went to high school with him. Here we go. I know this one.
From New York City. Matt, I understand that the world is full of Matts, but you got a reality check from one in particular, right?
Yes. So at this level of accomplishment, we are often singular, but I learned that
Hashtag humble brag. But at this level of accomplishment, AKA being very good on a game show. To be fair.
I mean, to his credit, it is pretty impressive.
No, so those of you who don't know, this is Matt Amodio. He was on our St. Jude live stream, the year 3, the final year of the St. Jude live streams. We brought him on. It was the year that he just crushed in Jeopardy, really like swept the competition. and made a name for himself as one of the ultimate like Jeopardy players, Jeopardy champions, which is really fascinating, I think. And this is one of those things, as a studier of media, I think it's really interesting that Jeopardy as a format has existed for decades. It has existed since like the 70s, right? And yet only now are you really starting to see the culture around Jeopardy congeal to a specific degree, that there are like the Jeopardy celebrities and like, oh, these are the ultimate champions of all time, right? Obviously, it started with Ken Jennings, who's now the host. But then you had like James Holtzauer, who recently kind of made a name for himself. You've got Matt Amodio, and you have this like murderer's row of like, oh, these are the best Jeopardy players out there. But it's only a recent phenomenon with this day and age of streaming and being able to rewatch episodes or talk about episodes on Twitter, things like that. It's also now, for the first time, you have generations of people who grew up watching these game shows and are now evolving the culture around them, right? If you look at the evolution of Survivor, it's really fascinating, because in the early days, no one knew what it was. You have early celebrities in Survivor figuring their way through the game, kind of setting the trends that would pay off down the line, and starting to figure out how to play the game and how to optimize play of the game. So that's like the first 10 seasons of Survivor. And then you get into this like turnover where, okay, they've exhausted their first like wave of really interesting people. But now all of a sudden you have the generation of individuals playing the game who grew up watching the game. And so now they're approaching the game from a deeper level of analysis. They're trying to outthink the game in ways that the game never even thought of before. And you have this arms race of different people approaching it with new metas, new strategies, and taking a whole new approach. It's in a lot of ways similar to a video that we did a couple years ago when the Vine generation came over to YouTube with the Viner invasion. And it was the same thing. You had the first generation of people who watched YouTube and grew up watching YouTube, now old enough to make their own videos, old enough to make a name for themselves. And so they were thinking about it in a completely different way and doing the things that they always wanted to see on the platform, but had never done, but no one had ever done before. And that was a really interesting, refreshing turnover of what the creative of YouTube looked like at the time. And if you look across almost any reality competition show or entertainment medium, I would say in a lot of ways too, but especially as a fan of reality TV, I see it a lot. You have that like 10 seasons. Now all of a sudden you have this transitional period, and then coming off of it, you have the next generation who's rethinking the game. RuPaul's Drag Race did it. So You Think You Can Dance did it in a really interesting way, where it's been in the culture long enough that people have had a chance to adjust and kind of, now it's not just, oh, I'm a drag queen. I'm a drag queen who is specifically trying to win RuPaul's Drag Race. So I know that I need X, Y, and Z types of outfits. I know I need X, Y, and Z performance skills. I am training myself specifically for the test. I'm studying for the test, right, which is the show. I need to craft narratives around myself. And I'm thinking about this not just as a person competing on a show, but as someone who is a cast member in what this dynasty is in a lot of ways. Really, really fascinating. Anyway, long story short.
Yeah. Woo.
I was on Jeopardy. I was mentioned on Jeopardy. Here's Matt Amodio.
I understand that the world is full of Matts, but you got a reality check from one in particular, right?
Yes, so at this level of accomplishment, we are often singular, but I learned that I am not the most famous person from my high school who was valedictorian during the second Bush administration, named Matt.
Who's the other Matt?
YouTuber Matt Patrick eclipsed me.
Matt Patrick.
Matt Patrick.
That's my DJ name. That's my radio show host name. Good morning, it's Matt Patrick in the morning. Let's check over the traffic. Ash, what you got eye in the sky?
Matt Patrick, thank you so much. It seems like we have some traffic backing up here on I-40 West. Major accident off of exit 293, so be sure to be cautious when you're approaching that. Back to you, Matt.
Thanks so much, Ash. Keep us up to date. Now, strap in, ladies and gentlemen, as we move over to the smooth grooves of U2.
Theory 89.2.
It's a beautiful day, giving them away. Yeah, there it is. That's Matt Patrick. That's my other like dimensional self. The multiverse of Mattness. That is it right there, Matt Patrick.
Matt Patrick.
Soratzu draws. Game theory fan art, a month in the making. Ooh, okay. I'm so late to this. I've been very busy doing college stuff. Fair. Good. I'm glad that you're doing colored stuff first and foremost. But I really wanted to do something special for Matt's retirement. So I drew a fan art, which is a month in the making. Feel free to zoom in and find all the lore. This is beautiful. And again, I've got the icon halo.
Yeah.
Might not be a household name, but I am an icon. Sorry.
The original icon.
Ooh, no, certainly not. Okay, the Nugget Cave. Love me some Nugget. Oh, Sans' Nest. Love that. FNAF, obviously, always present. Some bendy action. Look at that Mario, yeah! Got Pikachu and Ash. Some Diet Coke, love that. Oh, Drama Llama, Skip. Little family moment right here. Love it. Some Fallout action and more Diet Coke.
my God.
This is almost enough Diet Coke. Almost. Not quite, but getting close. I love that. That's awesome. Thank you. That's wonderful. That's another one that we should absolutely print out.
Right?
And hang in the office or something. Successful peak, 8248. FNAF Games 2024. Best to worst in my opinion. You pulled this one?
I did.
Whoa, you want violence. Ash is choosing violence today.
I am choosing violence today. I
Okay.
also, I don't think we've talked a lot about what your true rankings are.
Best to worst. Okay, so we're going, okay, I'm going to go from bottom to top. Worst, Fury's Rage, which is the side-scroller beat-em-up that they did around the time of Security Breach. Freddy in Space 3, that was the promo for the movie. Freddy in Space 2 was the one that Scott made for us when it came to the St. Jude donations. FNAF AR, it's just the game that exists that they made as part of the series. It's a mobile game, which no longer exists. FNAF 4, it needs no introduction. Security Breach. Apparently FNAF 2 and 3 are tied, which seems random and arbitrary and also wrong. Everyone's opinion is their own, but I see that and I'm like, come on, FNAF 2 and 3 tied? Get out of here. FNAF World, shockingly above a lot of members of this roster.
Yeah, but I thought you'd want FNAF World to be higher.
I'll get there. I'll get to my rankings.
Okay.
I'm just speaking in like the general, like if I'm speaking about the general like reaction to this, FNAF World being above FNAF 2 and 3, I think is shocking for a lot of people.
Okay.
Ruin, pretty high, getting up there. Great Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator, otherwise known as 6, that's there. Help Wanted and Curse of the Dread Bear, so the VR game. Ultimate Custom Night, Sister Location, number 3. Countdown number 3. 3, Sister Location. 2, Help Wanted 2. 1, FNAF 1. Wow.
Whoa.
Top of the heap, FNAF 1. Help Wanted 2, and then Sister Location. I have thoughts. Ash, do you have thoughts?
I do have thoughts on this.
Okay, give me your thoughts.
So, here, can you scroll down? I want to
can.
see the full thing. I need to retake this in. I think FNAF AR being above those two Freddy in Space games hurts me a little bit. It does.
Yeah.
Mostly from the standpoint of value added to the franchise, accessibility.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, the Freddy in Space games, they deserve a little more love than what they get. I understand it's not like the spookies, but they are fun and endearing and like a very nice love letter to the fandom.
Yeah.
IMO.
Yeah.
Security Breach, I understand. FNAF 4 below Security Breach? I don't. I'll say that. I think Ruin being above Security Breach is correct. I think Ruin should be higher, honestly. FNAF World, I think, is above FNAF 6. For sure.
Above FNAF 6? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stand by that.
Yep.
Ultimate Custom Night, okay. I might put it a little bit lower than that, but sure.
Yep.
I would not put FNAF 1 as number 1.
Yeah.
My personal number 1, fight me on this.
Ooh.
Sister Location.
I will fight you so hard on that.
Really?
I hate Sister Location. I don't hate Sister Location. I don't want to say I hate Sister Location. It is probably one of my least favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that about you.
Yeah.
But that's why I said you could fight me if you want.
I will respectfully disagree with you.
Yeah.
How about that?
I think that's totally fine.
We will not throw hands.
No.
You are not game fact.
Right.
You and I are not getting in the ring together.
No.
But I will politely disagree with you and debate you about that. What do you like about FNAF 5?
So, what I like about Sister Location, one, it felt more like the start of a new era where it's like, oh, it's going to end, it's going to end, it's going to end.
Yeah.
Oh, this is completely different and fun.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with you there. It is absolutely fundamental shift of what Freddy's was.
Yes. So I love the continuation of the story. I love the building. It feels the most story forward for me of like the pre-Steel Wool era.
Sure. Yeah.
I like the aesthetic of the fun times a whole bunch.
Yep.
I thought that the voiceover performances were all wonderful.
Yeah.
I love the dialogue in that game.
Yeah.
I really do.
Uh-huh.
I just think it's a fun and different experience, and it really sets up the rest of the franchise to go in a variety of different directions.
Yeah.
But for me, it captures that excitement of like, oh, this franchise has a lot more than what meets the eye.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
great. It's so, and it's funny because I think everything you said is 100% right. 100%. I think the trick of doing a list like this is that there's a gameplay side and then there is a story side. And I agree. I think that Sister Location aesthetically is better than almost every other FNAF game. Like from a visual standpoint, I think the visuals are great in it. I think the story and, like you said, the voice acting is great. I don't think it's as atmospheric as FNAF 1 and 2. I think FNAF 1 and 2 win like the creepy atmosphere, the sound effects, like you feel isolated, it's uncomfortable, they are scary. Whereas Sister Location is just like not unsettling, like it's not as sinister in a lot of ways. It might be a little bit scary, but I never felt scared in the same way as like when FNAF 2 glitches out and suddenly you're thrown into one of the death minigames and one of the like purple guy chases you through like an Atari minigame. That's scary. That's upsetting. That's disturbing. Whereas Sister Location never really does that. But I agree. I think like visually it's great. I think voice acting wise it's great. I think the environments are really cool. It feels the biggest of that initial round. The thing that kills me is that there's no gameplay. Like I feel like the gameplay of it is so non-existent. And when I say non-existent, I mean like it's Ballora, but you're in a dark room and you're just listening to music. It's Funtime Foxy, but you're flashing a light. Like so much of that game takes place in dark rooms.
Yeah.
Where you're not seeing anything. And to be fair, and I fully acknowledge that FNAF 1, 2, 3, you're staring at blank cameras and stuff is, appearing as a flat picture in front of you. And it's like, oh no, Freddy's in the room with me, but it's a flat picture. So it's not that much more. But I felt like so much of Sister Location was me just like staring at black rooms.
Yeah.
That the gameplay element wasn't there. I feel the same thing about Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator, FNAF 6, is I think FNAF 6 is great for like most of the game, except for most of the game. And what I mean by that is like no one can deny the final moments of that game are probably the highlight of the entire series. Henry's final monologue as the place burns down is an iconic gaming moment, whether you're a fan of this franchise or not. It's just an incredible moment in game history, I think. If people actually knew the story to the degree that they do, like it's just so well done.
Yeah.
I think the Pizzeria Simulator side of it is really fun. I think the mini games are some of the best, like some of the lore mini games are some of the best out there, between Midnight Motorist, between Fruity Maze. It's got a great sense of humor to it. It's funny, it's scary, it's everything. And then you get into the main gameplay, which is the sit at your desk, look at the vents, and hit like the button to like build up the meters and like print the paper and fix the heater and things like that. And that part of it is so not good relative to all the other FNAF games. Like all the other FNAF games feel so dynamic, they feel so alive, they feel visceral, but I remember just and I loved every other element of that game, but when it came to what the main gameplay hook was, which was sit at the desk and hit the blue screen of death until like the printer's done printing, the inkjet's done. It was like, ugh. And it was just like, look, print. Look, print. And whereas you could do that in FNAF 2, because it was the same thing, vent, flash, vent, flash, wine. Like that one felt more dynamic because there was more going on in the environment, there was more attacking you, things like that. It felt so much more visceral than turn heater on, turn heater off, turn on fan, turn on. It was just, bah.
It was also with FNAF 2, it was new,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
We'd only had one FNAF game prior, and we were building off of that, right? Where I feel like with the 5 and 6, that branch into like the potential of the story, it became clear that with FNAF, the focus now lied in lore.
Yes.
Right? And so there's a de-emphasis on the gameplay as
Yeah.
we bring up the moments of story and scary and like, don't keep the devil waiting,
Yeah.
which, obviously iconic. It still goes around on TikTok every so often.
Sure.
That monologue. So I think that completely and entirely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what do you look for when you're going into the FNAF games?
Yeah.
Because for me, it's more
Yeah.
of the feeling and like what this timeline in this world is. Whereas if you're going in because you want, or you're trying to prioritize the gameplay and then also get the story, then obviously like there's going to be games that appeal to you much more than 5 and 6 and
Yeah, agreed. So okay, I know we've dwelled on a lot of different parts
we
of
are
this episode.
dwelling.
I know we're dwelling a lot today. I will say, okay, so in summary, hot takes. I think FNAF 3 is the weakest of the main 4, of the first 4, or maybe of the first 5 even. I think that one was just kind of like, meh, it exists. Closely, FNAF 4 above that one. FNAF 2 was always my favorite of the main games, of 1 through 5, sister location. 6, like I said, falls into a weird territory because it is, like I said, the main gameplay is boring, but the rest of it is really solid. So 6 and 2, I think, are probably my favorite of the main games. I think AR is my least favorite of all of them. Including all the like little bonus games, things like that. Because, like you said, accessibility, gameplay-wise, it was kind of repetitive. It was supposed to be immersive in your house, but it never really was. Like it had a lot of microtransactions. I just didn't love it. Like it just felt odd. And then for the lore of the emails and stuff, it never felt right to me. I think it did weird things with the lore. So AR would be my bottom. FNAF World is actually higher for me because I agree. I think FNAF World is great. I think Help Wanted 2 is great. I debate whether or not Help Wanted 1 and Curse of Dreadbear combined is better than Help Wanted 2. I liked again, this is one of those times where I gotta weigh out gameplay or story. Help Wanted 1, better gameplay, I think. Or less repetitive. I say that, but a lot of Help Wanted 1 is doing the main 4 games. But I also think they're the best versions of those main 4 games. But none of the mini games in Help Wanted 2 made me feel the same sense of fear and claustrophobia as the like vent repair mini games from Help Wanted 1, where I'm trapped in there and Mangle's crawling down vents and is literally like breathing down my face. I never felt like that to the same degree in Help Wanted 2. But Help Wanted 2 has the amazing reveal of you were wearing a mask the entire time. It's tough. Those are really tough. I like the VR games a lot. Ultimate Custom Night I've always loved. I think it is the best distillation of FNAF gameplay, at least in those initial ones where it's like sit there and manage resources. I think it works really well there. I think it does a good job of hiding the lore in fun, interesting places. But I also got to call out, there's a very special place in my heart in Freddy in Space 2, because that's a game that was made for a very special project for us, and also features me in it, as well as Steph and Ollie. The fact that Ollie is a boss in Help Wanted, or Freddy in Space 2, the fact that Markiplier, in case you forgot, friends, Markiplier, Dawko, and my whole family are bosses in Freddy in Space 2, and that is weird, and that is crazy, and it is incredible that Scott did that for us. And so that one, and it's also a really solid game. Like, I think the bosses are really fun. I think it's hard. There's a lot of mysteries to solve in it. I kind of want to go back and play it at some point.
I was about to say, that's like the one game you haven't played on GT Live in terms of FNAF, right?
It's true, because we had Dawko playing it the entire time. Like, I've played it, but we had Dawko during the live stream playing it because we had to do the live stream, and Dawko was the one having to solve the problems. So, I think that one is much higher. I think you're right to call out Ruin is a really, really solid one. That one should be a little bit higher too. So I don't know where things necessarily fall for me as far as top and bottom. Bottom, I'd say, is FNAF AR. Top, I don't think it's FNAF 1. I think, like I said, 2 and 6 are up there for slightly different reasons. Maybe not number 1 position. I think it might be Help Wanted or Help Wanted 2. It might be my number 1 because the VR just adds so much, and the gameplay is diverse but solid. The lore is interesting and solid. Like, there's a lot in there. So that's my take. Ultimate Custom Night would be up in, I'd say, my top 3, top 4 as well. Yeah, there you go. That's FNAF. Let's stop dwelling.
Yeah.
Speed run! GBMBD. 3D funny animation for the next June meme review. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, wow. All right, people two. Oh, no!
58 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh?
I wouldn't stab a Diet Coke.
Did you feel anger? Hate?
That would be a waste of a Diet Coke.
He was bleeding, begging you for mercy. But you stabbed him again and again and again.
Please leave me alone.
I know you killed him. Why don't you say it?
Wow.
Please stop.
Sounds exactly like this.
Just say I.
Wow.
Is it that hard to say?
What a bad cop.
Stop.
Uh-oh.
Say you killed him. Just say it.
I'm gonna say it. Uh-oh. No, it left me on a cliffhanger.
You didn't say it.
I didn't say good for you. Hold your ground. He's being bad cop. Hold your ground, MatPat.
Not without a lawyer present.
Yeah, don't you dare. Not without Miles Edgeworth.
Or Phoenix, for that matter.
Look, he's on his way. He's running to my, this is him running to my defense.
The prosecutor running to your defense.
He's like, you know what? I'll make an exception this time.
This is for my father.
This is. I've been watching you since FNAF 1. I need to help MatPat.
Edgeworth streaming GT Live is crazy.
He's like, I'm such a huge fan of Ash.
Oh my god.
So, dude, so look, he jumps in and he's like, hey, Peep-a-two, objection.
That's him jumping into the cell.
That is, objection, lay your hands off my clients. That's it. That's awesome. I love it. Whether Ollie does want to do it, it's just a theory. This is from Tom's doing a great job right now. Matt handing the keys to his son Ollie. Go do a theory. Giving him the red jacket. I was watching the episode of Food Theory, the gum episode that Ollie was a part of and that he specifically requested. He did a good job, man.
Yeah.
He was a solid host.
He nailed it.
He's a little bit young. You know, YouTube terms of service might object. Objection to the fact that a small child is running that channel. But no, I think Tom's got it on unlock for now, but maybe one day Ollie, when he grows up, will rise up to take on the hallowed red jacket.
If that's what he wants.
Right, yeah. And in fact, I would encourage him not to. And I don't think he wants to. I think like he thinks it's funny and fun that I do this as a living, but I think he's not this sort of person, right? I don't think this would be fun for him. I think for him, he is much more interested in building cool robots and machines. He's going to work for Boston Dynamics one day and probably create the Terminator bot that ends society. If I were to judge where he's going.
He does yearn for violence.
He yearns for robotic-based violence. Yes. He yearns for all his love him so much. All his robot designs have just the biggest of saw blades.
Yeah.
So big of saw blades. And spikes. Oftentimes, but sometimes, and also some sort of animal theme. Like right now, the most proud creation he has is this giant eagle with laser eyes, wings made of saw blade feathers, robotic feathers, giant sharp pointy talons, and a gem crystal in its chest that blasts out lasers.
Nice. Very good.
So yeah, Ollie is in the process of creating our future robotic overlords. So I don't think he'll have time for theorizing. You get him, kid. I'll bring back this gem from Civil War Stan.
This is this one, just as a note. This was a Sam encouraged me to do this one. So I pulled it up and I was like, I think, but I don't know. And Sam was like, it has to.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a Sam submission?
Yes.
Submission Sam. So is it a disease or is it fungus? Different things. I get why you would use them interchangeably, but this is one of those, but actually... Actually, there is a difference.
You prefaced it with a actually moment, and then they put in the memes. So I just thought I'd let you know who was behind that.
Oh man. Yeah, but actually meme, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that Sam's sense of humor?
Yeah, I think so.
that fits. Would this not pass your inspection normally?
I was like, is this too mean? And Sam was like, no.
I was just rubbing my nose at one point. Sometimes you just gotta rub your nose, you know?
Right. I mean, you did kind of lean into the whole like.
I did.
So
it's true.
Yeah.
Is it too mean? There's nothing.
I don't know. I care about you, man.
I appreciate that. I've handled a lot, man.
I know you've been through a lot.
It's all right. I've been through the ringer. I'm out the other side and I'm good. So Matt doesn't. Oh, good. More things that I shouldn't forget. Bringing back more gems.
Yeah, it's a longer build up. Because I thought we'd get to this earlier.
Please tell me it goes.
No, there's no in this one. It has to deal with spicy ice cream.
Okay.
That Stephanie and I have bonded over since the very beginning of our relationship. So for those of you who don't know, Stephanie grew up in a town that has one stoplight and not a whole lot happens there.
But there is one thing it has going for it, which is the world's best ice cream shop. People come from like 50 miles around to go to this ice cream shop, which is called Sunny Skies.
Have you gone to Sunny Skies yet, Ash?
No, I haven't. I haven't been out to, is it Anger?
Anger, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have a field trip. Fierce field trip.
Woo!
By a guy who has 2 kids named Sunny and Skylar. Yeah, it's that cute. And they're the home of the world's first famous spice cream.
One shop has created a bizarre new flavor designed to warm you up.
It's known as Cold Sweat, and it is rumored to be one of the spiciest sweets on the planet.
A decade or so. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going back to the original video?
I told you this was memory lane.
Oh, this is memory lane. I know what this is going to.
This is the most horrible looking thing ever.
This is old. This is early MatPat.
I know. Yeah, this is
early MatPat. I was house sitting. So Stephanie was out in California with her parents because she had just gotten the job out there that was going to bring us out there to live in LA for a while. So she was house hunting, or not house hunting, apartment hunting with her parents. And I was house sitting at their house in Anger, and I'm like, I've seen this thing for so many years after being in this relationship with Stephanie, but I've never had the chance to actually do it. So I'm here alone. I have all afternoon. There's nothing else for me to do around town. Let me just do this.
It looks like pimento cheese.
It is hellish. It is hellish. Look at that.
Ugh.
Who doesn't want ice cream that looks like that?
Ugh.
Right? It looks like fruit cake, except it's the worst fruit cake.
It's not even ice cream. It's ice cream like... It's like... This is awful.
It's true. Trust me, I do not forget. I will never forget. That full video is on. It is 15 minutes of me trying a single spoon of ice cream.
Yeah.
I am literally dying
So is it
the entire
disease or
time.
is
Here, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. It is so bad. Let's see. It is MatPat. Spicy ice cream. Okay. MatPat, Sunny Skies. Let's see. There it is.
Thumbnail is awesome.
This is the most...
Oh yeah, right. Look at that. Look at that great thumbnail right there. 11 years ago.
It's all mental. Except it's
Look at my
not.
hand shaking.
It's just really unpleasant.
I've gotten through most of it. I made the mistake of doing it in small bits too.
Such a big bite.
I suffered in the corner of this ice cream shop for so long. It is not fun. It is not.
Oh my god, the dread in your eyes.
Oh, it was terrible. I had no idea what I had gotten myself
your
into.
Teeth. Oh.
Well, I didn't want it to touch my tongue.
Oh.
And it's crunchy.
Dying.
And the thing is, there's the heat component. Look at my dying inside. Look at that death. Death
God.
becomes me. I'm trying to dissociate from my body.
Clearly.
Literally trying to dissociate from my body. Here's the problem. Because on one hand, you have the spice, which is awful and so hot and so intense. It's so intense. Like, now that I've done, like, the spiciest wing sauces, I'm like, oh, no. Sunny Sky still holds up. But the problem, for me, too, is the texture. I hate the texture of, it's because it's the texture of frozen pepper. And so it's this like watery, waxy, frozen texture, and they make sure that they add in like the pepper chunks to it, so that way like you get the full experience. And so for me, while the flavor was one thing and the heat was one thing, it was actually crunching through the like nasty, waxy, like frozen pepper that just made it miserable. Look at that framing. What great framing.
You were ahead of your time with this one.
True. Right, and they say, like, even when they give you the scoop, they're like, make sure you chew it up.
Oh.
Which is not what you want to hear when it comes to ice cream.
It would help if I liked peppers.
See? I didn't like peppers.
How old were you when you suffered through this?
Look, I'm a trendsetter. Everyone's trying it.
There it is. That's funny. 11 years ago. So what would that have been? 20, 25-ish? Something like that? 24? 25?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think because I uploaded this shortly after I did it. So I think, yeah. Sunny skies, man. Never forget. Never forget. Something silly I made. This is a joke. We love you, Doc.
Your friends down below. Which Minecraft player are you? Tag your friends down below. The builder, the fighter, the racist.
Oh, shit.
Steve.
The British. The Britons.
The Britain. I was going to say, it's not even British.
Tag your friends down below. The builder.
Oh, we're builders. That's nice.
The fighter.
Game.
Racist.
Also,
the most uncomfortable Tom you've ever seen.
I was gonna say this. If we're talking about scale of Matt or like the spectrum of Matt, this is a weird spectrum of Tom.
Right?
That's a real weird, rare Tom right there.
Which quadrant is this?
Right? What is this Tom?
I feel like I'd say quadrant 2. It's 2 or 4.
2 or 4.
Right? Because you're either in that top left or you're in that bottom right
Mm-hmm.
with this one.
Top left would be 1 though. 1, 4.
What? No, you start your top right's 1. Quadrant 1. It starts 1 and then goes around 2, 3, 4.
Oh, if you're doing that's right. Yeah. I was sorry. I was thinking of left to right. Yep.
No, you're good.
Right.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Right. That's a strange Tom.
Rare Tom.
Rare Tom. Also, like very low scooping collar. Unbuttoned Tom. Like, what is this?
Uncomfortable vacationing Tom.
That right? That is not the dapper Tom Mister that I know.
Also, happiest Dawko in the world.
That is a great picture of Dawko. Just a delightful Dawko. Delightful Dawko. Uncomfortable Tom.
Yeah.
Here we go. Darth Pastry. Might as well post this before the end of May. Killed children. Fact. Once got we got Asgore from Undertale. Once godlike power. Sure. Purple and yellow color scheme. Absolutely. Kind of basically got killed by their son. Aims to kill the player. Involved in weird science soul stuff. Purple guy killed children. Yeah. Wants godlike power. Yeah, sure. But if you read it that way, purple and yellow color scheme kind of basically got killed by their son.
Yeah.
Aims to kill the player and involved in weird science soul stuff. One and the same. Sans' Nest. Purple guy is Asgore. Make that a thumbnail. Purple guy. That was. It could still get kicked off the platform even after.
Yeah, that's a Tom theory.
That's a Tom. I'll toss it to him.
Yeah.
We'll be like, hey, Tom, just a suggestion. The fans would really like it. Next up. Meme review from the newest GT Live. Right picture is Dionysus. Music Man. DJ Music Man and Dionysus. They're the same picture.
I thought you'd like this one.
They are. DJ Music Man, the modern day Dionysus, god of partying and imbibing. That's him.
Yeah.
Right there. That's our boy.
Man.
That's awesome.
These Into the Pit episodes
that
really do go crazy.
Oh, buddy. I mean, if you don't know what this is referencing, yeah, check out the Into the Pit episode. But, if you know anything about Greek myth, Roman myth, or FNAF lore, you know that DJ Music Man is just Dionysus, reincarnated with 6 feet, with multiple legs and more headphones.
It happens to the best of us.
It does. It's, he got glowed up. Got his glow up. Spring Scorcher. In an alternate timeline. Wow. That is disturbing. The epic Ted Krause MatPat crossover.
Ted Krause? Whoa. That's
What?
like his cousin.
Ed Krause.
Ed Krause.
Sorry, Ed Krause.
That's the new OC.
It is the new OC. This is Ted Krause. No, this is Ted Krause.
Yeah.
This is
@Pat.
MedPat.
MedPat?
Med Kraus.
MedPed?
Yeah. Matt Kraus.
Matt, okay.
I don't know. He's a handsome man, regardless.
Yeah.
That's a good looking guy. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful face.
I feel like Ted Kraus is like very symmetrical.
Right? Ted Kraus, very symmetrical. Should have tested him out in that Style Theory episode where we
Crushing
did.
it.
Yeah, where we did. That's awesome. See, you're absolutely right. You called it out earlier that we're going to be touching on the whole spectrum of mats in this episode. The mats that aren't really mats, but are kind of mats.
Yeah.
Deep. I like it. Western Society 4580. Such a versatile jingle. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who are you going to call? Retired meme PNG MatPat. Yep, that's it. Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Really fits the cadence.
A very versatile jingle.
Yeah. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who are you going to call? Retired meme PNG MatPat. Retired PNG? No, it's the PNG.
Retired meme PNG.
Yeah. I know. No, I'm trying to. Retired meme MatPat. The PNG is what throws it off.
Yeah, but then you're not actually saying the full thing.
Who are you going to call? PNG MatPat.
Okay, but he's retired.
Who are you going to call? Retired PNG MatPat.
It's also kind of a meme.
Who are you going to call? Retired meme PNG Matt. No, it doesn't work because it's too many syllables.
Retired meme PNG Pat. You gotta go really fast, you know?
Yeah, and then also like fall off at the end there.
Yeah, you know, you start talking up here and then you...
Just... True.
True.
Research your 32.
True.
I see that. I know MatPat helped, but it was clearly an Ash moment. Oh man, Ash moment. Accomplished Mud 6446. Okay, you can't defeat me. I know, but they can.
And it's a mirror selfie of me.
Just giving your best face.
I know. This one made me think about the pictures of me that are available on the internet.
Yep.
Like I know I don't appear on camera that often, but you know, when it comes to memes, I feel like I have to do like eventually just get on camera and do generally meme-ish poses, or at least neutral things that people can use besides like, you know.
This is an interesting choice for you.
Right? I mean, also, I don't look like the same person
No,
anymore.
you look vastly different from this person down here.
Right?
And I'm not just talking about the fact that you are composed of like 7 pixels in this photo.
Yeah.
Like there are literally a grand total of 7 pixels in this photo.
Yeah, no, we unzipped the file, extracted that. This is the compressed and zipped version of me from like 2021, 2022.
Yes, that is wild. Come on. Wario SMG 4fan. I mean, come on. NAF police be like, damn, where could those dead kids be? It's true, right?
They raise a good point.
It's a very good point. Why would they think to look in the bodies? I think this is accurate. This is the lore that we need to find out. Like, what is wrong with the police of this town? And then lastly, I made this a while ago, 6 months ago. MatPat having a crush on DJ Music Man for 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Minutes.
2 minutes and 35. Oh, 2 minutes, 35 minutes. I'm assuming Ash is here.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Hey, you are.
Yeah, hi.
I was excited to go to the pirate game, but Ash,
I know.
there's DJ Music time. It's DJ Music time.
Do.
We simply must.
We simply must.
Music Man.
There it is.
Oh, be still my heart. Take private lessons with DJ Music Man. This is the worst heart ever, but the VR hands. He's my modern day Dionysus.
He is.
He's my boy.
I thought you'd appreciate the
reliving that moment.
Yeah, reliving it. A lot of Music Mans fly across the screen during this video.
Not enough. Never enough.
No difference.
Wow. Feisty. You can never get enough Music Man in your life.
No, never.
To be honest. So Ash, in recap.
Yes.
What MatPat are you? What's your alignment?
You know, I honestly think I'm the first MatPat. I think I am the jump scared MatPat because I'm still feeling the adrenaline and the excitement of Miles Edgeworth running to our location.
Right.
So good.
Amazing. I love this. I love that. Even the detail. That
so
detail
good.
is so good. The fact that it crescendos as he runs around is so good. It's brilliant. There you go.
What about you?
I'm just Miles Edgeworth. I'm just excitable Miles Edgeworth. Running through a course of obstacles.
Can I be the woman running next to you?
Yes.
This is GT Live.
Right? You'll notice wearing purple. Urple.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Urple. So you're just guiding me around. You're like, oh, play this game. Play this game now. Go there.
Yeah.
Go this way. Jump.
Click that. Click this object. And that's you looking through the lore.
Right?
Yeah.
Catastrophe Crow. It's like, solve that.
The maze is letters.
Oh, geez. Okay. Take a left.
Crescendo. Yes.
Objection. And then that's me reacting to a video at the end. That's great. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is our meme review for final meme review here in this space, actually. So rest in peace, this space, for the next meme review. If you want to send memes of this area or some of the fun times that we've had here, please do. We'll probably revisit towards the end of July or early August. But, you know, kind of sad to see it go.
Right.
This has been a good one. But yeah, friends, thank you, as always, for all the memes that you sent, all the ones that we didn't have time to get to. I know we got distracted today for a while on a lot of different topics.
Many things.
It was a very distracted day, but you know what? Any day spent with you guys is a pretty awesome day. Any day spent with you, Ash, is a great day. So
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, as always, for submitting stuff. It always means so much. Like I said, there's all the subreddits, so please engage over there. We have plenty of different ones, and we check them all fairly darn regularly. So even if you don't think we'll see it, we probably will. Thank you, as always. And remember, friends, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!